Hi, this is Simon Viklund, composer at OVERKILL Software and producer of the Payday 2 soundtrack. This short video will show you how to use the new Jukebox feature in Payday 2. This allows you to customize the random playlist or make your own set of heist-specific tracks, just like in the first Payday game. Let's go. In the main menu, you click Options. In the Options submenu, you click Sound. In the Sound submenu, there are now 4 new items: Custom Playlist, Custom Heist Tracks, Custom Menu Playlist, and Custom Menu Tracks. Let's look at Custom Playlist first. In this menu, you can uncheck any tracks that you don't like, granted that concept is alien to me, to compose your own custom playlist for the game to randomize from. Any track that you can add to the game but don't currently own will be marked in red. If you hover above a menu item that you don't currently own, you can look at the top of the list to see how to acquire that track. For example, if you buy the Payday the Heist soundtrack on Steam, that entire soundtrack will become available in Payday 2. We're all suckers for nostalgia, right? Note that only music tracks that are designed to be dynamic can be heard as in-game music. Now, back out of this menu, and let's look at the Custom Heist Track menu option. Some people miss the design of Payday the Heist, where each heist had its own specific music track. The Custom Heist Tracks menu in Payday 2 gives you the power to choose exactly what music track should be heard each time you play a specific heist. You can even make it so that some heists have exclusive tracks, while other heists are set to randomize from all tracks or from your custom playlist. If you want Payday 2 to work exactly as usual, where all heists have random tracks except for Big Bank, which always gets the track Ode to Greed, you can set it up like that too. Again, only music tracks that are designed to be dynamic can be heard as in-game music. Now, go back to the top level of the main menu. And let's start a heist as usual. Any heist besides Shadow Raid, I'll explain why later on. In the loadout screen, you will notice a new menu tab called Soundtrack. Click it. This is where the magic happens. You need to make a choice here in order for the custom music options in the main menu to take effect. This tab is where you select exactly how music for the upcoming heist will be chosen. You have full power to randomize or choose specific tracks. Let's look at the options. Play random track. This is pretty much how Payday 2 has worked since release. When this option is selected, the game will randomize between all available in-game tracks. If you own the Payday the Heist soundtrack on Steam, this option will include those tracks as well. The option Random Track from Custom Playlist is similar to Random from All Tracks, but it will only choose from the tracks that you have checked in your custom playlist. If you choose the option Custom Heist Track, the game will play the track that you have specified for the upcoming heist in the Custom Heist Tracks menu. If you're a client, you can choose Same as Host. This will make your game synchronize with the server so that you hear the same music as whatever is played on the server. If the server will choose music that you don't currently own, you will still get to hear that music. So, for example, if you don't own the Big Bang DLC, you won't be able to choose that music when you host your own games. But if you're a client in a game where the server owns this DLC, you might get to hear this music if you choose the option Same as Host. At the bottom, you have the option Custom Track. This gives you the power to decide on a whim what music you want during the upcoming heist. When you click this option, the selector underneath it becomes active and you can choose exactly what music you want to hear. No external influence, no randomization, no frills. Just the track you want right now. Spur of the moment, flavor of the evening, you get the drift. Whatever option you've selected in the loadout screen's Soundtrack tab will be stored and stay the same, even if you play other heists, until you enter the Soundtrack tab again and change the option. So, if you have the Play Custom Track option activated and play several heists in a row without altering this setup, you will always hear the same music. If you want variety but you're not interested in constantly having to change your soundtrack setup, you may want to select another option. One that makes sure you always get some variety, like Random Track or Random from Custom Playlist. If you play the Heist Shadow Raid, only the track And Now We Wait will be available, because that track is tailored for Shadow Raid and no other music track can be applied to that particular heist. Go back to the main menu and enter the Options and Sound submenus again. Now, enter the Custom Menu Playlist submenu. Here, you have a list of all the game's non-dynamic tracks. And just as in the Custom Playlist menu, you can select and deselect different tracks to your liking. If you own the Payday the Heist soundtrack on Steam, you will get all the menu music from that soundtrack, such as See You at the Safe House. If you own the Merry Payday Christmas EP on Steam, you will get all those tracks too, and if you own the Payday 2 soundtrack on Steam, you will get all the trailer and microsite related tracks too, such as the Pat Briscoe hits. Now, back out one level and go to Custom Menu Tracks. Here you can choose what music is played in the different intermission menus and screens, such as the Heist Successful or Heist Failed screens. The playlist you have composed in the Custom Menu Playlist submenu that I just showcased can be utilized if you choose the option Random from Custom Menu Playlist. So, for the first time, you can now have random tracks, for example, in the main menu. I hope you appreciate the thought and work that went into this feature. Use it and abuse it, and keep those helmets flying.